Salutations, everyone! My name is Gwen, and welcome to an Eccentrics Hobby Closet. And happy week of May the 4th and Revenge of the 5th! Star Wars and May the 4th in general is very important to me. I basically was raised on Star Wars. I do not remember a time I was not watching it. I was so young that I don't remember when I was first introduced to it. And I've always been a big fan of Star Wars, watched all the movies, played most of the video games. Anyway, as I'm recording this, it is May the 4th, but you probably won't be seeing it unless I'm having a really good day with lots of coffee. So you might be confused because the title card says that I'm doing a song challenge, and you're wondering, why am I talking about Star Wars? Well, I'm going to bring that up in a second. So, for those who don't know, on Tumblr, for the longest time, there has been a character design challenge that has been going around in which you put your song playlist on shuffle. The first two songs, you design a character off of each song, and then the third song describes their relationship. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and then I decided that this would be an interesting way to discuss music that I like. And so I set up my playlist, and I got a very interesting sort of song selection. So the first song that I got was The Ballad of Delilah Morio by Steam Power Giraffe. Then I got Valhalla Calling, the metal version by Miracle of Sound. And then the third song was the Mandalorian theme. But getting the Mandalorian theme means that I legally have to make these Star Wars characters. So I started out with some concepts for the first two characters to play with palettes and narrow down designs and stuff. The Ballad of Delilah Morio is one of Steam Power Giraffe's hero songs that tells the stories about various characters within the lore of the band, from cowboys to sea captains to pilots that are also part airplane to even heroes of the cosmos. This song talks about the titular Delilah Morio, a vampire hunting wraith, and her story of becoming that through a series of very unfortunate events. It's a very catchy song with lots of spooky vibes, and it's honestly one of my favorite songs. I love just jamming out to it. When I got this song, my immediate thought was to design a Night Sister bounty hunter based off of the story of Delilah. It just really made sense that that should be the inspiration for the character. So obviously I looked at concept art for Night Sisters from Clone Wars and from Jedi: The Fallen Order. I did also look at Isabella Bennett's art for Delilah Morio, and I took a lot of inspiration such as silhouettes and shape language, like the big shoulders and a wide hat. And the color palette, I'm not at that point yet, but you will see that this character's color palette is lots of muted grays and greens and just very spooky looking. I also took inspiration from feudal Japanese Ronin mostly because I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, and that has really affected my character design. And I thought that would just be really interesting for the character. Her name is Arzia Ronra, and she is spooky, but very cool. It was very interesting when I got Valhalla Calling. I was kind of excited, but also knew that it was very different from the first song. From my understanding, this is a Viking war song inspired by Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's a really good song. It gets stuck in my head very easily as well, and it's also up there with some of my favorite songs. Since I knew that my third song was the Mandalorian theme, I figured that, again, legally, this would have to be the Mandalorian character of this story. To all Star Wars fans, and also to history Viking experts, I am well aware that this armor doesn't necessarily fit with either standards for armor. This was just for fun, so I really just try to take some inspirations from things that are inspired by Vikings and played around with what is typical in Mandalorian armor. And I think that in the future we're still going to see different types of Mandalorian armor. I am aware of Mandalorian armor. I've built my own armor and have had it critiqued by the Mandalorian mercenaries, and I looked at the CRLs while I was working on this. I'm well aware of some of the inaccuracies. It was very interesting trying to mix Mandalorian armor with Viking armor. I used materials that you normally see in Viking armor, like leathers and furs, and combined it with the silvery Beskar, and tried to use some of the same shape language, like the front piece in the helmet that goes in between the eyes. But I'm going to be honest, even though I went through this design, I actually do end up changing the armor a little bit in the end. Anyway, this is Magnus Skirm, and he is one of the fiercest warriors in the Outer Rim. So for the final illustration, I really wanted to take inspiration from The Mandalorian, but also from the things that inspired The Mandalorian and Star Wars in general, which are classic samurai films. So I really wanted to have this dramatic piece with the two characters walking across whatever environment they're going to be walking across, backlit by a sunset or sunrise or whatever it was going to end up being. I wanted the two characters to complement each other combatively, so that way they would make a better team in their bounty hunting jobs. So the Mandalorian is bigger and stronger, who primarily uses a custom-made mythosaur axe made with modern metals instead of mythosaur bones. He's much more physical and up close and is kind of more the tank of the two. Whereas the Night Sister uses magics from her planet along with an energy bow, and generally tends to fight more at a distance. And while she's not as strong or as durable as the Mandalorian, she is probably much more agile, and maybe a bit more stealthy. Whether that's from just how the two different fighting styles are, or with how he wears bigger armor, hard to say. I didn't necessarily know what to do for an environment, so what I did is I asked my husband to give me any Star Wars planet, didn't matter what it was. So he gave me Dantooine, which was interesting, because Dantooine doesn't necessarily show up a lot in the typical works that we see, like the films and cartoons and stuff. So I had to go to video games, comics, and other artists who drew art for Dantooine. I think I did a pretty decent job, and I think it worked very well for what I was looking for, with them walking across like this big open field. I did some dramatic fog work, because why not? And the sun is setting in the background behind them, which gave me an opportunity to do rim lighting. But it was also interesting to do other lighting from the Night Sister's energy bow and from her spooky green magic stuff. I did my normal drawing work for the characters, but for the scenery and also for the environmental lighting, I used textured paintbrushes, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a dramatic look, I guess. And that's it. I'm very glad I finally got to do this drawing challenge, even though it has been on the internet for years. I do not know the exact date, but it's been a while, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm glad I finally did it, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. I might do this drawing challenge again, because it was very interesting to do. And it worked out that this timed well with the May the 4th week. So I hope that you guys like it, because I do. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and comment if you enjoyed watching this. Tell me about some of your favorite Star Wars things, whether that's May 4th traditions, or your favorite Star Wars movie, or Star Wars show, or character. I'm very happy to talk about Star Wars in the comments. If you want to see more of my stuff, please consider subscribing and checking out some of my other videos. Until next time, Please take care of yourselves and do the things that you love to do the most. Bye-bye.